An order for a picture. O good painter, tell me true, has your hand the cunning to draw shapes of things you never saw? Aye? Well, here's an order for you. Woods and cornfields a little brown. The picture must not be over bright, yet all in the golden sun and gracious light of a cloud when the summer sun is down. Alway and alway, night and morn, woods upon woods with fields of corn, lying between them, not quite sere, and not in the full, thick, leafy bloom, when the wind can hardly find breathing room. Under their tassels, cattle near, biting ashorter the short green grass, and a hedge of sumac and sassafras, with bluebirds twittering all around. Ah, good painter, you paint sound. These in the horse where I was born, low and little and black and old, with children many as it can hold, all the windows open wide, heads and shoulders clear outside, and fair young faces all a-blush. Perhaps you may have seen some day roses crowding the self-same way, out of wilding wayside bush. Listen closer when you have done, with woods and cornfields and grazing herds. A lady, the loveliest ever the sun, look down upon, you must paint for me. Oh, if I can only make you see the clear blue eyes, the tender smile, the sovereign sweetness, the gentle grace, the woman's soul in the angel's face, that are beaming on me all the while. I need not speak these foolish words, yet one word tells you all I would say. She is my mother, you will agree, that all the rest may be thrown away. Two little urchins at her knee, you must paint, sir, one like me, the other with a clearer brow, and light of his adventurous eyes, flashing with boldest enterprise. At 10 years old he went to sea. God knoweth if he be living now. He sailed in the good ship Commodore. Nobody ever crossed her track to bring us news, and she never came back. Ah, 'tis 20 long years and more since that old ship went out of the bay, with my great-hearted brother on her deck. I watched him till he shrank to a speck, and with his face was toward me all the way. Bright his hair was a golden brown, the time he stood at our mother's knee, that beauteous head, if it did go down, carried sunshine into the sea. Out in the fields one summer night, we were together half afraid of the corn leaves rustling and of the shade, of the high heels stretching so still and far, loitering till after the low little light of the candle shone through the open door, and over the haystack's pointed top, olive tremble and ready to drop. The first half hour, the great yellow star, that we with staring ignorant eyes had often and often watched to see, propped and held in its place in the sky, by the fork of a tail-red mulberry tree, which close in the edge of our flax field grew, field at the top just one branch full, of leaves notched round and lined with wool, from which it tenderly shook the dew. over our heads when we came to play, in its hid breath of shadow day after day. Afraid to go home, sir, for one of us bore a nestful of speckled and thin-shelled eggs, the other a bird held fast by the legs. Not so big as a straw of wheat, the berries we gave her she would not eat, but cried and cried till we held her bill, so slim and shining to keep her still. At last we stood at our mother's knee. Do you think, sir, if you try, you can paint the look of a lie? If you can, pray have the grace to put it solely in the face of the urchin that is likest me. I think 'twas solely mine, indeed. But that's no matter, paint it so. The eyes of our mother take good heed. Look not on the nest full of eyes, nor the fluttering bird held so fast by the legs, but straight through our faces down to our lies. And oh, with such injured, reproachful surprise, I felt my heart bleed where the glance went as though a sharp blade struck through it. A sharp blade struck through it. You, sir, know that you on the canvas are to repeat things that are fairest, things most sweet. Woods and cornfields and mulberry tree, the mother, the lads, with their bird at her knee. But oh, that look of reproachful woe! High as the heavens your name I'll shout, if you paint me the picture and leave that out. An Order for a Picture by Cary.